Good day, everyone. How are we doing today? Welcome to the Wildest Wake Up Show. I'm your host, Sharon Bracy. And every single day, we rebel against remedial rhetoric, and today will be no different. It's crazy out here. And we like to open up the panel so people can get their thoughts out. You know what I'm saying? And they can speak their mind. However, when you come up here, you better be to substantiate and not just regurgitate information that you heard from somewhere else. Hey, Miss Jalen, good day to you. And you know how we like to do it, Otis? When I say good day to you, make sure you say back because I could feel that great productive energy coming through the screen, Jordan. Yeah. It's wild out here, man. I just can't understand it. For the life of me, I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? How is this possible? How are people not seeing the writing on the goddamn wall? Can somebody please explain this to me? What's up, HT? Good day to you. How we don't see the writings on the wall? Make sure y'all hitting that like and that share button so we could keep on pushing out alternative ideas, I should say. Because, some of y'all don't feel like I'm any kind of media. My words don't mean nothing. You feel what I'm saying, Byron? Good day to you, sir. Some of the people are just so upset that I can keep a smile on my face. They trying to reel me back into nonsense conversations. And I'm glad that y'all here rocking out with me. Damn. Jordan, that sounds crazy. And let's not forget, what he did with Canada, right? Hey, it's moving along. It's moving on to the next country as well. Because Australia Australia got its next election coming up as well. And guess what? They have their own version. They got their Timu version of Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? They got a Timu Donald Trump over there, and things are starting to look on the wrong side of history for him as well. I said, to me, man, these politics is like goddamn soap operas at times, man. It just be moving and shaking the way how it is. It's going to be interesting to see how the way how his mentality is affecting other countries. It turned. Yo, Miss Jalen, I promise you, he the Timu version of Donald Trump over there in Australia. Oh, what's up, Genesis? Good day to you. Hey, look, it is 100%. Well, I believe it's 100% fact that Donald Trump caused the Conservative Party over there in Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. What are you talking about? That's how they say, right? What are you talking about? I forgot to do some goddamn things. Hold on. Let me I did. I forgot. I forgot. I'll be forgetting stuff. Damn. Why you teasing me? Stop teasing me. I'll be forgetting stuff. God damn. It ain't all my fault, I don't think. You told me to? I was playing, I was trying to get some videos so people won't say that I'm just lying and making things up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they keep saying. They always say, Sharon, you're lying. It's crazy. Let me do this first. Let me do that. All right. Now I need to. Man, did anybody? I wonder, did anybody see the interview that happened yesterday with Trump and his 100 days? I wonder. Did any of y'all see that? I thought that was it. We got to talk about that as well. I thought that was highly interesting. Good day, Mel. Okay. Let's hit the like button. Let me change some things. What's up, MJ? Good day to you. You seen what UPS is doing? It's getting crazy out here. Let me put that on that. Let me hold on. And then I need to. Yeah, I gotta do this too. Hold on. You know, I can't talk and I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Don't get mad at me. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I just like to focus on one thing at a time. You feel me? So I could be fully engaged. So, like, yeah, man, that shit is wild. And we've been trying to tell them. This is why I be wanting to get these goddamn MAGA supporters, right? These MAGA maniacs to have a conversation, because I just want to understand, where are we heading to? Where are we going? Why is it such a difficult thing for you to say, hey, we going in this direction? What up, Chuku? Why we can't say hey, or this going back and forth with it? It's not. What is the issue? Is it because you want to just gangbang, and no matter what your leader does, you just want to go ahead and keep banging and say, nah, I picked the right choice, your side is like this? No, talk about what's going on. Because the economy, it's like a game of Jenga, and if you pull out one block and suddenly the whole thing is wobbling, let me see you wobble, see you shake it. And right now, the Trump administration is out here playing Jenga with tariffs. And Amazon, meanwhile, right? UPS is cutting jobs faster than a goddamn barber on commission, goddamn it. And then we got did anybody see the Trump's interview with Terry Moran? Oh my. Where they argue about the MS-13 tattoo? Like it was a goddamn Picasso painting. We gotta break all of this down. This is insane. This is the same person that says, hey, hey. I'm funny? Yeah. Thank you, baby. If y'all agree, you heard it from my baby, and she don't like me, right? You like me? Sometimes. Oh, sometimes. Okay, sometimes, I get like. So, like, I don't understand. Like, Trump whole thing was that, hey, all this is fake media. This is fake that. And then so you know what? I would say this. So this way nobody would think that I'm just gang banging out here. I ain't just a Democrat, right? Even though Bubba is a Republican, clearly Bubba is a Republican. And so, yes, Bubba, I am happy that the border is under control. I think in the last couple months, only 9 people got arrested at the border versus 9 people got through the border versus 200,000 people that got through the border when Biden was there. So, yes, shout out to Donald Trump for doing an excellent job on the border. But this other shit that he's doing, I need you now, Bubba, to tell the truth. I need you to tell the truth. Your man is messing up big time. You know what I'm saying, Johnny? I am happy that the oil, I ain't checked the oil prices in a while, so I don't know. But if the oil prices are down, which they have been, hey, shout out to that as well. Yeah, keep Keep going down the list of all the good things. I like this. Yes. Keep explaining to me all the good things he did. Because I am happy that oil prices is down. Bubba. Good. Let me see. Let me hear another one. It's okay to get a man a praises for the good thing that he did. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. It's all good. I think you should give praises when praises is due. If he did a good job on the border, shout out to him. If he did a good job on all prices, shout out to him. Good job, Donald Trump. I ain't afraid to say he did something good. I don't think everything. Listen, I'm American. I don't want him to do everything goddamn bad. I live here. See now, Bubba, now this is when you start going into the BS. Corporations pledging to build something doesn't mean anything. Bubba, this is when you start to lose me. This is when you start to lose me, Bubba. Those pledges don't mean anything. And it's okay. Because we are not seeing approval, because those pledges that may or may not come through may or may not, it's going to take 5 to 10 years. So we are not going to see if it's going to be any good at all. But what we do understand as of right now, UPS layoffs, and it's because of the Amazon tariffs. So UPS just announced they laid off 20,000 workers and shutting down 73 buildings. Bubba, that's about 4%. That's about 4%, roughly. Check my numbers, please. 20,000 workers, 73 buildings. It's roughly around 4% of the workforce gone. Bubba, why? Because Amazon's shipping volume is tanking thanks to Trump's tariffs. Because we know what he was doing. Trump was out here just slapping tariffs on everybody, goddamn body. He was slapping tariffs on Chinese imports like it was Oprah giving out cars. Y'all know the slogan she did. You get a tariff. You get a tariff. You get tariffs. Look up to your seat. Let me see. Tariff. And cool, right? So Amazon's like, all right, cool. So now everything's gonna cost more. And Amazon CEOs even admitted that 60% of their sales come from smaller retailers who depend on Chinese imports. So when Trump raised tariffs by 145%, those costs shot up, and UPS, they caught in the crossfire. They cutting jobs. They're automating facilities. They're replacing workers with robots. That's right, robots. UPS is basically saying humans are expensive, but robots don't need no lunch break. And Trump administration, they not backing down. And clearly, a lot of the Trump supporters, a lot of the MAGAs, they don't want to back down from it either. They don't want to back down from it. And I see now, look, I answer Bubba's questions. So, Bubba, do you like or dislike that Amazon is closing 73 buildings and 20,000 Americans are right now out of a job? 4% of the workforce. Do you like it or do you dislike it, Bubba? So Bubba says, yes, it's a good thing that 73 buildings is closed and 20,000 Americans lost their job, is what Bubba's saying. This is how far a MAGA supporter will go. It's not, see, here's the problem. Amazon is not about Amazon. It's about Otis. No. So if everything was still moving appropriately, no, it wouldn't have been 73 buildings closing. It wouldn't have been 20,000 people losing a job because things would have been moving properly. So people are corporations, they are closing their businesses or downsizing in a way to save money. See, the problem that I have is that I answer your questions and you don't want to really answer no questions. You guys like, yeah, it's good. Fuck it. More Americans suffer, even though the trend been showing. I think the problem is that I could see with my ears. And most people, they cannot see past their goddamn hand. So when I hear things, I visualize what is going to be the next thing that's going to happen. If I slap you, what is going to be the next thing? Are you just going to turn around and go away? Because clearly, most people think if they just see me in the street, they slap me, I'm just going to fall on the floor and say, I am sorry, and turn the other cheek. And this is what they tend to do. They try to focus on the very minor. They want to major in a minor subject. Oh, Amazon is racist. Ain't nobody, who cares if Amazon's racist now? They still hired 20,000 people. This is the problem. One day, just the other day, I was on a panel and they was talking to this kid and he was working in the warehouse. And they was like, good job. You working in the warehouse. Now, what are you gonna say about that same kid that just lost his job? What you think he gonna do next? Why do you think people go into the life of crime? Why do you think these people are running up and bashing in windows and stealing jewelry? The problem is, Bubba, what you're not realizing, you saying go find another job. Those jobs are closing too. So again, already about 100,000 jobs is lost since he's been in office. 60,000 of another one lost since he's been in office. Like, what are you talking about? Jobs is going in the opposite direction of what you were saying. Just go find another job. It ain't like that. People are losing jobs. So just go find another one. So again, Marcus Antonio, what you're not understanding, this is not making an excuse for crime. Understanding why something happened is not making an excuse for it. And if life is just like that, so that means the decisions that's being made elsewhere, things that you are supporting is causing these job losses. Over 100,000 jobs lost since your man got into office. It's okay. Do you like that or dislike it? It is okay. And the crazy part is we are not talking about Amazon. We're talking about UPS. UPS is the one that closed 73 buildings. UPS is the one that is firing 20,000 people, not Amazon. The reason why Amazon is connected to this is because of the Amazon tariffs. Because now that things are more expensive, guess what's happening? People are buying less. And it's okay for us to just be honest about it. That's all I'm saying. Just be honest about it. And say, hey, he's making some bad. We are moving in the wrong direction as we see it. And maybe, because the Trump administration is not backing down. And clearly his supporters are not backing out. They're saying these tariffs are part of a long-term economic strategy, and maybe they are. Maybe they are. Maybe Trump is playing chess while the rest of us is playing checkers. Or maybe he's just flipping the board over and calling the strategy. Who knows? So let's talk about his economic vision or lack thereof. Right? So we have people saying, you got me saying, everybody, critics are saying, hey, he's just, they got critics keep saying in the chat and everything, they say, hey, Sharon, hold on. They're like, critics, he just trying things and reversing them. That's all. He just trying things, reversing them. That is something that a leader does. Why don't they work? But we also have what? Trump seems to say there's a bigger plan. They like trust us. It's all a part of the process. All right, cool. All the MAGA supporters there that's scared to hit the link and have a conversation. Whatever. I don't know why you're so afraid to have a conversation. It's weird to me, but okay. It's part of the process. Cool. But since it's part of the process, can we get a roadmap? Can we get a road map? Maybe a PowerPoint. Something. Here's the thing. The economy isn't a science experiment. You cannot just throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. But Trump administration is out here like, let's try tariffs, let's try tax cuts, let's try trade wars. And when it doesn't work, they're like, oops, my bad. I didn't see that part. Meanwhile, workers are losing their jobs, businesses are closing, and the rest of us are left wondering what's next. It's crazy. What's up, Bomb? It's crazy to me. I don't get it. What up, Henry? It's crazy, CJ. I don't understand. I know it is no business that works like this. Like, even just I love how they keep saying that he's such a great businessman. All right, let's look into the past of his great business plans and his business ideas. How about when he went and he destroyed Atlantic City? And he's treating the country just like Atlantic City right now. Are we not going to talk about that? How he destroyed Atlantic City. Bubba, did you like how he destroyed a whole town, a whole city in New Jersey? Bubba? How, you might ask? Because he said, hey, I'm not just going to build one casino. I'm going to be 3 casinos at one time. Why is that a bad business move? Because he took on a bunch of different loans. And his business was a contradiction of his other business because all 3 businesses was in competition with each other. That's right, Henry. They don't got no choice. Already, so he got all these loans. He built 3 casinos. He got loans to try to pay construction workers and all of these people that was working in the building. And he got these goddamn gold chandeliers. But one thing he didn't realize, because he ain't that great at like how y'all say he is, he's great at getting loans. I give him that. But the businesses was in direct competition of one another. And so they wound up eating each other. He created his own ecosystem where it eat itself. And he left. What he did, he just left. He made his money off of it. He became whatever he became off of it. He took his profit and he just left. He defaulted on all his loans, right? That's part of That's 3 out of the 7 bankruptcies that he did. And everybody that do any type of business understood that what he was doing in Atlantic City was going to end the way how it was. But he was like, no, go big or go home. And what happened? Thousands of people lost their jobs in Atlantic City. I don't know, have anybody been to Atlantic City? You see how crazy it looks over there? You feel what I'm saying? Has anybody went to Atlantic City and seen how it looks over there? It's in complete destitute. So not only did he just make a profit and leave, he just left the 3 casinos to just die and wither away. And the buildings are still there, but it's all boarded up. Davy Dix, hey, Davy. But there's a reason why nobody goes to that part of New Jersey anyway. No, Atlantic City was gone because of Donald Trump. He created it to do that way, right? So he created this this great businessman that got these 3 casinos that wound up eating each other. He defaulted on all his goddamn loans, left all his workers out to dry, didn't tell anybody, even though everybody that was into business knew that it was going down the line. He left all the construction people. He did not pay nobody that built up his goddamn 3 casinos. He said, I'm bankrupt, my bad. And y'all keep saying that is okay. The problem that I'm seeing is that y'all don't see that he's doing the same thing to our economy. He is doing the same thing to our country, our nation. That is what he's doing. He is treating America just like the goddamn casinos. What is it that we are missing here? How can you argue this? But maybe it's because I listen and I can see things with my ears. Most of y'all just see things with your eyes. You see what's in front of you. Oh, he said he's going to do good, even though he has no proof of it. It's insane to me. You got to be able to see things down the road. How you can't tell when somebody's just lying to you? And here's the thing. The economy, right, like I was saying, the economy is just not a science experiment. You cannot just throw stuff on the wall and see what sticks. You cannot do that. You just can't. It's not. You cannot just say, oops, my bad. While people lose their jobs, businesses are closing, right? You cannot do that. It's not a good idea for our whole country to go bankrupt because of one person. Nobody want to say, hey, this is looking kind of scary. Hey, can I see the roadmap to what you're attempting to do? Hey. And I want anybody that disagrees, anybody that has a different opinion, please hit the link. Please. Because I want to understand what is down the road. Why we can't talk about what we said. If I could easily say that, hey, the way how he handled the border is beautiful and masterful, why can't you just say the things that he is presenting is not a good look if it shows that way, unless you see it differently? What's up, Leslie? Good day. Unless you see it differently, you cannot explain. If you can please explain to me how he's the only president in the history of presidents that understand that these tariffs is going to work, but no, the president did. Why are you talking about China's production is down 60%? Who cares? We're talking about our country. It's the problem. Y'all just want to just say things. Y'all just like, it's crazy. A lot of y'all think just like Donald Trump. Y'all feel like y'all just throw things against the wall. Y'all just like the goddamn monkeys and take the shit and throw it. He's so low level thinking. Just want to take something. Oh, look, he said, oh, Donald Trump the border. Hold on. Ah. Oh, hold on. Donald Trump, he had a whole bunch of businesses. That's what y'all doing. Y'all not addressing anything that I'm saying because it makes your candidate because you want to be a goddamn Republican and you want to try to fight the Democrats. It ain't no gangbang. We all live in the same goddamn country. Damn idiot. And Pierce Red bit. Throw some more shit. And this is why I know people like Bubba just don't understand what the tariffs are, even though it is showing and proving that it is not working in the favor of our country. It's not working in our country, Bubba. It's not working for us the way how you think it's supposed to. The whole idea that Trump has about the unfair trade is literally because of the trade deficit. And maybe a lot of people maybe a lot of MAGA supporters just do not understand what a trade deficit is. Look at Paris he in the chat again. Sharon understands tariffs, but he don't got. How you know what I got? You don't. Just saying, Sharon, let me just throw something so I can get some attention. Instead of addressing the point of how these tariffs is going to work, because it hasn't been working in the first 100 days. That's for sure. We see it's not working in the first 100 days. Plenty of jobs lost. Now UPS is closing 73 buildings because of tariffs. 20,000 Americans are losing their jobs because of tariffs, because it's a trickle-down effect. Like, it's such a trickle-down effect that Jeff Bezos, he said, hey, since you know what, Donald Trump, since you got Doge and everything, and you want everything to be so transparent, Jeff Bezos said, you know what, I'm going to make everything transparent as well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a new tab on my Amazon products and explain to the consumers, hey, this is why the prices of your 10-cent pen is now $1. Because this pen that you're trying to buy for 10 cents now got 145% tariff on it. And we're going to put the tariff right next to the product you are trying to buy. So you, the consumer, can understand why the prices went up. All he was trying to do is be transparent, just like Doge, right? Doge is supposed to be transparency. Everything about this administration is supposed to be about transparency. But when Jeff Bezos says, let's make everything transparent, hey, this is how much the taxes cost, this is how much the shipping costs, and this is how much the tariff costs. What did Donald Trump say? He said, hey. Donald Trump, what you mean? Jeff Bezos said, hey, we're going to put the tariff costs on the goddamn. Donald Trump said, hey, what? He said, hey, Jeff, I thought you was on my team, bro. You can't put that shit up there. You just let the cost be the cost. Let people lose their businesses. Let people lose their jobs. You're going to be out. You're a billionaire. What you worry about all these other people for? They don't need to know all that goddamn information. And Jeff Bezos said, all right. Billionaires working with billionaires. These billionaires are working with billionaires. They don't care about you, Imperius. You think Donald Trump care about Imperius? Imperius will walk up to Donald Trump. They're like, take your broke ass away. If Imperius was to walk up to Donald Trump like, take your broke ass away. That's what would happen. You see him appearance in the chat. He's like, hold on, my family is worth. Shut up. We don't know who your family is. Shut your stupid ass up. Appearance, get your dumb ass up out of here. And so what happens is when he called, before he called, also, what is the lady that is the press secretary? She said it. She said it herself. I need to go find that goddamn video. I forgot. I should have picked up that video and found that goddamn video. What'd she say? She said, hey. She said, they said, miss, so all these tariffs that's going on with Amazon's going to post the tariffs on the side tab to let everybody know transparency, what's going on with all these tariffs and how it's affecting everything. And you know what she said? She said, hi. That is a goddamn political stance that Jeff Bezos and Amazon is doing against Donald Trump. That's what she said. She said Jeff Bezos is against Donald Trump all of a sudden. Because he just wanted to be transparent. And said, it ain't my fault that these goddamn prices going up. It's your goddamn president. You picked them. Otis, he said no, but Otis, did you get what he said? He never said he was worth it. He said his family is. His broke ass. No goddamn well that man don't got no money sending $2 super chats. If you don't get the hell out of here. Even though I did appreciate the $2 super chats when I did get them. when he was able to send a $2 super chat, I thank you. Shit. You know, every dollar counts. Oh, I forgot to change my you know what I'm saying? Every dollar do count, you feel me? I don't mind, because you know that every single dollar that you said makes the vagina go whoop whoop. Goddamn shit. You know I love me some good old vagina. Love. That's why I made sure I got my black ass married. Make sure I got my vagina right next to me all the time, rubbing on it, caressing it, give you a little massage. The other day, my little daughter, she said, "Mom, so when did you?" She said, "Babe." She was like, "Babe, what you mean?" He said, "When did you, like, how did you know you was pregnant?" She said, "I didn't. I was just getting a back rub." What up, very sexy man? You know what I'm saying? The man said, "What made you want to?" She said, "Shit, I was just trying to." She said, "So what made you want to have another kid?" She said, "I didn't. I was just trying to get a back rub." The baby was like, "Huh? Don't worry about it, baby." Look at Paris in the chat again, trying to throw. Hold on. The fact that you love vagina and I'm a gay man trying to pose it straight. That shows who you. Let me put it. Vagina. Let me. Just want to throw shit out on the wall. Clean it up. We know who you are. It's okay. Just come out the damn closet already. Shit. We will respect you more. You just walked out the closet with all your glorious fishnet stockings that you got at Paris and your long wigs. We know you pay people for possible raise. You probably just like Shannon Sharp. Insane. So what happens? The press secretary said Jeff Bezos was doing an act of war on the Trump administration by putting out the information of what the tariffs is costing the American people, and what the reason why she's saying it was a political stance, and Jeff Bezos have now all of a sudden a opposite political stance on Donald J. Trump is because now when the transparency is shown that the tariffs is affecting their costs so much, regular people, they would start to people that don't understand how it affects terrorists like Bubba and Imperius. They would say, they'd be like, hi. I thought you said Tariffs is going to help us. And they don't see the help. And that's what happened. And so now they try to bully Jeff Bezos. But Bezos, he fell in line. I ain't gonna lie. Jeff Bezos, he fell in line and he took that whole tariff on the side of the screen, a part of the taxes, because what it was is going to show that it was, hey, this is how much you're paying for it. This is how much for sales tax. This is how much for shipping tax. And this is how much is the tariff tax. And that's what really happened. And so, but Jeff Bezos, he fell in line because, the oligarchy is going oligarch. You know what I'm saying? That's all. They're going to oligarch. And so he said he took it away so this way it won't look so bad on Trump, on his homeboy. That's what really happened. And then, did y'all see the interview yesterday with Terry Moran? The interview about this goddamn MS-13 tattoo? And then there's this Trump interview with Terry Moran with now this, I'm telling you, this was wild. They argued about an MS-13 tattoo on the hand of Kilmar Abrego. Like it was the goddamn Mona Lisa. Like Trump was like, the tattoo proves he's a gang member. It proves it. Look on his hands. And Moran's like, actually, it doesn't. And Trump like, shit, it does to me. How? Because it says MS-13 on his hand. But it don't actually say that. What do you mean? Did you not see the picture? It's crazy. This is the same man that says fake news. This is the same man that said all this stuff is not real, Reese. Bubba's saying, hey, the MS-13 tattoo is real. This is insane. How can it be real? Can Bubba, please put in the chat somewhere, find out where it says MS-13. I don't want to see no interpretation. Show me that it said, because Donald Trump said it said MS-13. Because we can clearly see pictures of him in jail right now without it saying MS-13 on his. This is crazy, Reese. Look, now I'm no tattoo expert. I'm not. But I'm pretty sure a tattoo doesn't come with a certificate of authenticity. Trump using this tattoo as a metaphor for his immigration policy is wild. This is why we need stronger, but he's like, this is why we need stronger borders. And Mar's like, oh, maybe we need better facts. That's what we need, Bubba. We need better facts. The whole argument is a perfect example of how Trump operates, how he takes one detail and he blows it up and turns it into a headline. And the rest of us, we just out here debating whether the tattoo is evidence or it's just the ink. It's like arguing over whether goddamn pineapple belongs on a pizza. Who believes that pineapple belongs on a pizza? Yes or no? So exactly. So Imperius, are you saying that Kilmar deserves? Imperius, are you saying Kilmar deserves due process? Because Kilmar did not get any due process. So Imperius, the shit thrower. Rasmus said he liked pineapple on pizza. It don't go on pizza, even though it tastes delicious. That's the good one, George. Oh shit. How was it? Please explain, Imperious. How can you say it was due process? They picked him up and put him on an airplane. He did not go in front of a judge. Absolutely not, Bubba. We don't eat no damn pork over here. No pork on my fork. But pineapples on pizza, it does taste delicious, even though it doesn't belong there. This is crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It is crazy to me to see the length people will go. It's crazy. All right, so here's my takeaway on it, right? So the UPS layoffs, Amazon tariffs, Trump's economic you know what? Before I get into that, because y'all be thinking that I'm lying. So hold on. So Bubba said he does have what up, denial facts. Denial facts is in the building. I want to know because Bubba said the tattoos is real, that he have MS-13 on his wrist, on this. So I want to, you know what? Let me find something. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a video. God damn it. Hold on. Yo, my dude. What up, Chaz? Let me see. We got 140 people in the building. Make sure y'all hitting that goddamn like and that share button. I appreciate y'all. God damn it. That's how we build up these goddamn media that we have a good time with. I don't know Wall Street Willie. I don't even know why Imperial's trying to act like they gave that man due process. I don't even give a damn if he a gangster or not, but he still deserves his due process because once we are America, we have a certain standard and we gotta move by that standard. I don't even know that's what I'm saying. They just like monkeys in a cage, just grab some shit and just throw it. Don't even know what the hell they talking about. It's crazy. But let's watch what actually happened. How about that? So y'all won't think that I'll be painting any pictures.
He wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute.
Well, wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
He had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not have the letter.
I told you, my man talks like, hey. You cannot go against the grain. He said, what you mean he got some tattoos on his hands that is interpreted that way? Very sexy red. Donald Trump's like, you can't be disagreeing with me on this goddamn interview. You should be happy that I even did this interview with your ass. That's what that face right there. I'm so glad. Thank you for the person that sent me this video. I really appreciate it. Because I didn't know if I could find it or not. Because they're gonna show this actual clip on Tuesday. So shout out to the person that sent me this. This is my first time actually seeing this. This face right here is like, you should be happy that I'm even allowing you to interview me. Don't you dare disagree with me on a goddamn camera. How dare you? That's what that face says. See, he was confused. He said, what you mean? You disagreeing with me? Let's keep going. Hopefully, let's go.
MS-13.
It says MS-13.
Yeah, that was Photoshop. So let me
That
just.
was Photoshop, Terry. You can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. But
what? Yeah. Didn't I tell you? Look at this hater for no reason. I don't even know. You know what? Another shit throw. You know what? We're gonna put you on timeout. How about that? You just come in here to say stupid shit. Go on timeout. Bye. This is crazy. That's crazy. Fall off where? He talking about I fell up, he never got up. How you gonna say I fall off and your tooth fell out? Chicago Rilla, how crazy is that? He said, I'm falling off and his tooth fell out. He said, I'm falling off, but his tooth fell out. This is insane, Chicago. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I told you that's what that face meant. That face meant like, hey, you don't have no reason to be denying my so-called facts in the public. And he just put a check on him. He said, hey, I don't even know you. I handpicked you, and I don't even know you. Disrespect the ran in his face. I don't even know you to be giving you this goddamn interview. I'm telling you, I could see with my ears. I seen this is coming. I seen it in his face and his whole disposition. He's like, hey, who are you to be talking about I'm wrong in live action? To tell me, what? Literally, the person is fact checking him in real time and said, hey, it did not actually say MS-13 on his knuckles. It could be interpreted that way, but that's not what's on his hand. So you cannot say that he had MS-13 on his knuckles because he does not have that on his knuckles. He said it was Photoshop, and he just don't want to believe the facts. It's crazy. It's insane to me.
I picked you, Terry, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I'll move on to something else.
Okay. I picked you, Terry, but you're not being very nice.
What?
Frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay.
What'd you say?
I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's
What?
okay. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you.
Huh?
I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. I picked you. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. I picked you, Terry, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry.
Look, the man Terry is trying to move on to something else. He is trying not to make the man look as silly as he is. He's trying to, hey, listen, hey, let's move on. Make sure y'all hitting the like button. Shout out to the 144 people that's watching the show. I appreciate every last one of you. I fell off, but his teeth fell out. God damn it. Look at Bubba. Bubba don't want to admit it. He said, Trump destroyed Terry. How? With the truth? What are you watching that I'm not watching? Oh, this is crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is absolutely insane to me. Yo, but let's keep on going. Let the man talk for himself because, hey, Terry, he tried to move past it, but Donald Trump said absolutely not because he liked to hone in on BS. He don't want to talk about nothing for real.
Do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture.
And you think it was Photoshop? Well,
Here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine,
No,
sir.
Terry,
I want to get to Ukraine.
No.
He had MS as clear as you can be, not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just
Damn.
go. They aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
But they're there
they're in
now.
your picture.
Terry,
Ukraine, sir.
he's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
All right.
Okay,
We'll take a look.
it's such a disservice.
We'll take a look at
Why
that,
don't you
sir.
just say yes, he does, and go on to something
It's
else?
contested.
He wasn't a member.
Wow. Just wow. Shout out to Tisha on the on the Rumble side, shout out to you. Right, fake news. That's crazy to me. That wasn't fake news. Where is this goddamn photo you talking about? Where's this damn photo at? I need to find the goddamn photo now. Where is this goddamn Photoshop picture? Goddamn. Because this is crazy. Did anybody see the photo? This is crazy. Did anybody see the photo? You know what? I found the picture of him. Hold on, let me see. I found the picture. Let me see where it say MS13. Hold on, let me see. Maybe this picture shows it. Oh, hold on. I found the picture of him. Let me see. Can y'all see it? Y'all probably can't see the picture. Y'all probably can't see it. Let me see. Let me blow it up. I don't see no M, a S, a 1, or a 3. Tisha, you see an M, a S, a 1, or a 3? Or is it an interpretation of what we're seeing? Or is that just an interpretation of what we are seeing? I don't see an MS, a 1, or a 3. Hold on, let me find a different picture. Hold on. I know we're gonna find it. Hold on. Because maybe you're saying the interpretation. Maybe all those sayings, those this is like, hold on. Can we please find where it says MS13? I'm gonna say I can't find it. Let me see. Oh, hold on. I think I found one that's a little bit clearer. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Are you talking about this picture right here? Can we see it? Can we see it? Hold on, let me see. Let me do this. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, can I make it bigger? Let me see. Oh, is that what we talking about? Oh, can you see now that it was photoshopped? Somebody was trying to interpret his tattoo, and by putting Photoshop a M, a S, a 1, and a 3. So what they saying is that the tobacco, oh my God. So they are saying that goddamn cannabis plant is a symbol for the letter M. That smiley face with the 2 X's on it is the symbol of the letter S. That cross on his hand is the symbol for the letter 1. The skull is the symbol for the letter 3. Are we insane? Are we really saying that this stands for MS13? This is the interpretation of it? Because I clearly showed you a picture. I'm sorry. Tisha, I thank you for saying something on Rumble. I appreciate you so much, Tisha. Shout out to everybody that's on Rumble. Shout out to everybody that's on both channels. Make sure y'all hitting that like and that share button. This is not an echo chamber. I love the fact that I have pushback. God damn it. But clearly, this is the Da Vinci Code, Vato Bulldogs. This is absolutely the Da Vinci Code. Look at Chuku. Chuku said, hold on. He said, let me throw some pull some ish out of his pants while we defending gang members. We don't know if he's a gang member. That's the whole point. He didn't have no due process is the whole point. If he is, and we could prove it, fine. But the problem is, he did not go through due process. We did not prove that he was a gang member. We didn't prove none of this. This whole idea that a cannabis plant represents the letter M, a smiley face represents the letter S, the cross is a 1, the skull is a 3. Hey, if that's the interpretation, hey, I didn't know about her. But to say that he got literally MS13 on his fist, when we could clearly see that whoever took the picture put that on it with the Photoshop is crazy. Because I just showed you a picture of him when he was with his wife. And clearly those letters are not there. clearly. Let me see if I can find a picture of him and his wife again. Let me see if I can find a picture of him and his wife there, because y'all seen that picture. So now let me show you the picture of him and his wife again, showing that same hand. That same hand. It's the same hand, y'all. It's the same hand. Let me see it again. Make sure that I ain't tripping. I want to make sure I ain't tripping. Where's the letters at? Where are the letters? Bubba, where you at? Where are the letters? I don't see a M. I don't see a S, or 1 or 3. I just want to know, where are they? Tisha, where you at? Tisha, you said I was fake news. Tisha, where you at on Rumble? This is insane. Where Tisha, where those Tisha? He said it said MS13. Now, if we are Da Vinci coding it out, Tisha, okay, fine. You're gonna have to show me where other MS13s have this goddamn Da Vinci code on their hand as well. Show me some pictures of other MS13s that have the Da Vinci code on a hand as well. Tisha said they are codes. All right, Tisha, I'm happy that you said they are codes, but I want you to prove it to me. Show me some other MS13s that have that same code on their hand, and then I'll say, hey, at least you have some evidence. Tisha, I would be like, Tisha, I'm somebody that loves not being in the echo chamber. I love not being in the echo chamber. I want people to prove their point, say what they got to say, substantial. I'm going to drop the link, but I want to see the visual evidence of other certified MS13s with the same exact tattoos on their fists, and now we can say, hey, maybe it is the interpretation because they got the same cannabis plant. Everybody that has the cannabis plant tattooed on, we now know that's an M. Anybody have a smiley face with 2 X's for an I, we know that's an S. Anybody with a cross on their body, we know that is a 1. And anybody that has a skull on their body as a tattoo, we know that's a 3. Da Vinci Code. Bah, we did it, Vatos. Look at Denial Facts. Denial Facts, he want to throw some. He said, hold on, Sharon. Y'all are obsessed. Let me throw some shit. Hold on. This is craziness. Oh, this who? You smoking on them M's. We're smoking on them M's tonight. We're smoking on those M's tonight. Hold on, let me drop the link for y'all. Goddamn, hold on. This is crazy. This is insane. Hold up. Let me drop the link. Hopefully, Tisha can show me. Hold on. Hold up. Hold my phone. This is crazy. There we go. Hit the goddamn link, goddamn it. Oh, man. Tisha said, hell yeah. There you go. There you go. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure Tisha has it as well. Good day. Welcome to the show, Miss Berry White. Good day. How you doing, beautiful?
What's up? How you doing? You all right?
I'm all right.
You sure you cool?
I'm cool.
Like, what the hell going on with you, dog?
What happened?
I thought you knew better than this, dog. The fuck?
What
really?
happened?
Like, this how you going out? This how you doing it this morning? Like, stop fucking playing with this, Sean. You already know what's going on, dog. Like, for real?
Uh-huh.
What?
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 I want to know what you mean.
No, I want to know what you mean. Like, you know dang well, Sharon. Like, come on. Like, you just pissing me off. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, stop. Just stop your shit. You know. So you just came up here to be an asshole today. That's it.
You gotta substantiate, beautiful.
Substantiate what? What is it that I need to substantiate? I
How
think you've
am I
done
tripping today?
enough.
I want to know, how is I tripping today? God damn it!
So you seriously gonna act like you do not know that he's involved with a game, and you gonna play his fucking lawyer all day? Is what this is?
So you saying that the cannabis plant is a symbol for the M?
Listen, I'm saying that you knew that already. You the one who just said it. I didn't even have to say it. This is what I'm talking about. You see? You keep telling on yourself, Sharon. Let's go. What else? And just so we know, that is not a smiley face if it has the two X's on the eyes, like you so proudly pointed out, right?
So can you
smiley face with the two X's? So it's not a smiley face.
Can you please provide?
Shit. No, how about you and your vatos provide, right? Right?
Where the hell is Vatos Locos Homes?
You right. Stop playing with me.
Where the hell is Vatos Locos Homes? This is crazy. Tisha, hit that damn link, Tisha. Welcome to the show. We're gonna bring in AR, and then Bomb Cherry got it right after. How you doing, beautiful?
You calling AR beautiful?
Yep, him too.
That's what it sounded like. I was gonna say quiet because I was a little confused. It had me stunned. I was speechless. I'm blushing over here and shit. Was it no? But were you talking about Cherry? Or were you talking to me?
I was talking to you, love.
I appreciate it, man. You must have been listening to Biggie or something earlier. I don't know. I see in the chat Bubba over here, not joining the panel. He's obviously part of the cult. It sounded like he was saying some stuff, and Happy was kind of saying something similar, where Diego, or Garcia rather, it was okay for him to be deported because he was part of a gang.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to reiterate that the United States, the Trump administration's official position is that the United States, and this is from the Supreme Court.gov, the United States acknowledges that Garcia was subject to a withholding order forbidding his removal to El Salvador, and that the removal to El Salvador was therefore illegal. The United States represents that the removal to El Salvador was a result of an administrative error. So they're not even defending the deportation like you have people here defending it. Whether he's a gang member, which he was never really gone through the due process. It was, from what I understand, a informant saying that he was an MS-13 member, but he himself never went through the process. So I'm wondering why they defend it at a level and using things that the administration they support doesn't even do.
Because they're in the cult, baby. They're in the cult.
And also, let me also shout out to Tisha Love with the $1 super chat over there on Rumble. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Tisha. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
If I send you $2, can I get a big wrench on the new channel?
Why you need a wrench?
What?
It was not for you. It was just
asking me questions like that on live. You ask me later. Goddamn.
Everybody can want that deal. You supposed to X that in the back.
Y'all can't have that deal. Shut
up. Thank you so much, Tisha. I really appreciate that. I dropped the link in the Rumble chat for you, Tisha. If you want to come up and explain, go ahead, Bob. Gotta explain why these
these cult members.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we heard Trump, right? Trump was like, no, he has an MS-13. He did. And then when the guy said, well, I don't know how to, I don't have the decoder book, so maybe that's what it means. And he said, no. He said there's a photo with the MS-13. See, Trump is, I I think he has an issue, right? He's older. He's going through dementia. I've been saying that since his first term, right? I could tell when he's sundowning late in the evening. You notice they don't talk too much to him. He don't understand what's going on the later it is in the day. But didn't he say he saw the MS-13 on his ass?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He acted like he seen it. And even though the guy told him it may have been photoshopped or whatever and all of that stuff, my thing is, you are absolutely right. Trump should have never been in office, not even the first time. They should have just been letting him play golf. That's all he's doing anyway for the most part. I get it, right? He didn't have due process, whatever. A lot of people do, but we all know they were guilty as heck. That doesn't make it right. I don't care if he didn't get a fair shake. If you know it's a known killer, who cares? He doesn't need to come back over here because no. First of all, people shouldn't have become
a known killer. How we know he a known killer? First of all, you just said.
Listen, no. What I'm saying, I got ahead of myself. I got ahead of myself, right? Because y'all not going by the tattoo, right? So we're gonna say he's not a known killer. We're gonna say the tattoos show that he's a known killer, right? Or at least he knows a whole lot of known killers. Right? The tattoos. Going by
which one is he a known killer? Is he no?
No, Bob, don't try to get on me, Bob. No, let me finish my thought. Thank you very much. Let me finish my thought now, right? The due process thing, what I'm saying is it never worked before. This is why we still have these stupid ass people that we know are guilty as shit, as sin, doing all of this stuff, getting out of jail or not even going to jail at all. They haven't been to prison. They're not locked up for life. They out on technicalities of the law. That's over that. This shouldn't even be an issue. I'm talking about let's make some progress. Let's move on. Let's throw this whole shit in the trash. We don't care. He's one person out of the millions.
No, we do care. We do care.
No, listen. If he's not here, I don't care.
But
real.
But he was here. They took him away. So if they pick your ass up and you was here today, but you ain't here tomorrow.
I'm not done. But if you would have let me finish talking, then you could come at me with all the stuff and then we could discuss it. We could have our back and forth, Mom. But I want to get all my initial thoughts out first because, Sharon never let me get all my initial thoughts out.
You're right. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get all my points out first and then we could go, I could always have a conversation with anybody. You feel me? Unlike Sharon. Anyway, so... but I'm just saying in general, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that we make this mistake all the time. It's not even just him because, I don't want it to be about him. I want it to be about everybody, even the everyday American citizen, American born, like all of that from here. These people get away with this murder all the time, all the time. And I just think that that's where I'm really coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more important that we look at that because we get these little pieces of this so we could stir up all of this and rattle all of this so they could continue to do the other stuff behind the scenes because we're not focused on it. We're focused on this. What they put in our eye, you get what I'm saying, to get us to talk about. And granted, this is what we're talking about. I understand that. But my thing is, look, we got to go behind the curtain and we need to stay behind the curtain so that way, in other words, keep our boots on their neck. Like, you feel what I'm saying? This type of stuff right here, focus on this one individual from West Bubba F. It's not one individual. Is all I'm saying. This is not.
It's not one individual. Before it was him, it was another guy, right? There was a gay guy who they got over there, right? And they just took out 2 kids. 2 children who were born in the United States and they are American citizens. They took them out. These people are not criminals. They just picking them up. And if they got children, they send their children.
But this is what I'm saying. But it starts with the people here. This is what I'm saying. If we get it right here or focus on what they're actually doing, because again, this is not the first guy. You understand what I'm saying? And it seems like we're putting more emphasis on the fact that, oh my gosh, the tattoos on his fingers or whatever the crap. When, again, like you just mentioned, Bomb, 2 children, babies is what we're talking about. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That I think is more important.
So Happy, are we saying that anybody that has a tattoo that represents any kind of gang, they should all get locked up?
I've never said that. And I don't think I ever will in the future.
Okay, that's what I'm asking you so that we can have some.
Yeah, obviously, no. That
You
is
said
not.
no. So this is what they indict him. The reason why they deported him, and they using this as an excuse that he is a gang member to get him up out of it. So that means anybody that is considered a gang member, they will not see due process. That is starting a precedent in America that you could just say, hey, you are in a gang and we're going to get you out of here. Do you agree with that?
Again, I already told you. This is why I never said that. I do not.
All right, so that's what the real argument is about. It's about due process. Now, we don't really actually care if he is a gang member or not. If he is, then prove that he is, show his affiliations, and also lock those people that he is in gang relation with as well. But they did not show that. They didn't give that man no due process, and that is the problem. And every American should have a problem with that. America has a standard, and the standard needs to be upheld. Welcome to the show, HQ. Nope. And then we got ADS right after. Go ahead, HQ. Good day.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You good?
Yeah. I did a show. Sorry, I did a show on this yesterday. Just a quick show. I mean, we have to realize that there's a lot of people who have resentment for foreigners, and they don't know they have the resentment. We found this out during the Trump administration, during the Trump campaign. A lot of
you sound really far away.
People that don't look like them kicked out of the
because
country.
she is really far away.
I'm sorry, say that again.
You sound really far away. I said because you are really far away. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm hoping. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm hoping you guys hear me still, right?
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Somebody else go. Let somebody else go. I got to fix my audio.
Okay. All right, go ahead, ADS. Go ahead while she fixes her audio.
Now, I do feel sympathy for the women and children that come from other countries to this country. Even though they may be illegal, they are still women and children. And we would hope for protections for them, right? DACA was a very good thing, I think, for those children who were dropped off over here and abandoned by their families in the name of the American dream. But we're going to put them to the side, right? The women and children, compartmentalize them. And let's talk about the men. Kick they asses the fuck out, each and every one. If they're over here legally, gone. I don't give a shit. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If I go to that country as a man, if I go over down to South America as a man and I get called as an illegal, they ain't going to give me no due process. They're going to put me in jail for 5 years. That is the law over in Latin America. If you cross over there illegally, your ass is going to jail. But yet, y'all welcome them over here. I'm surprised by black folks that even though they absorb your resources, leverage the rights that you and your families and your ancestors have obtained through your birthright in America, y'all with it. Y'all cool with that, them using y'all like them fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like pigs. They using y'all like, you know what I'm saying?
Like porta potty.
Like y'all tools. Yeah, like tools.
Okay,
y'all wow.
So ADS, do you believe that they should get kicked out without due process?
Yep, each and every one. If you're over here illegal, you don't deserve due process. That's for American citizens under the law.
Okay, so hold on.
So that's where you're wrong.
Right.
So it's not
on multiple accounts.
It's just not just for American citizens.
It's for anybody on American land, you in the United States. Due process.
So do you want the Constitution to be upheld, or you want them to break it because you want every taxi driver to speak English?
I want every taxi driver to speak English. How about that?
Okay, so now do you believe that we should break the do you believe we should break the Constitution to do that?
Yeah. If it's in the Constitution, like you say, then break that shit. Get them the hell up out of here.
They show their true. All you gotta do is ask them simple questions. Do you want to uphold the supreme law of the land, which is what the Constitution is? And they show their colors every single time. They're pathetic.
It's pathetic.
They live in a country.
Hold on. I don't want to attack the person. Let's attack the point. So this way.
I want to do both.
Maybe he just maybe he don't know that.
Put my foot up your ass, nigga. Early this morning.
Emotional.
Nigga, I got smoke from your ass. You punk ass
make you cry
bitch.
sometimes.
You bitch.
Can you hear me now, Karan?
You're pathetic. Okay, hold on. All right.
Watch your limit.
All right. Before it gets too wild, let HQ go because Go ahead, HQ. Because we're gonna AR want to
Siobhan
attack
Drake in the building.
Terry want to attack ADS talking point. Go ahead, HQ.
Okay. The Trump presidency brought forth only one thing. It was to appease the white grievance in this country. Everything they have done has been to appease the white person. Attacking DEI, laying off the federal workers to make the government small, all of these things. Now they're attacking the Constitution, which is by sending Kilmar Garcia overseas and other people overseas without due process. That's an attack on the Constitution. Everyone is afforded due process, regardless of whether they're illegal or not. Please get that through people's head. If you don't emphasize anything today, you need to emphasize, regardless of whether they're illegal or not, they still have the right to due process, period. You cannot deport someone without due process. They could not and they should not have deported Garcia, regardless of whether he used to be a gang, he was a gang, however it needed to be. He became under the U.S. protection when that judge said not to deport him. So therefore, he was under the process. He was under the rights to get due process, and he was not afforded due process. They just sent the people over to El Salvador. They paid for them to take them. They sold them basically. Basically, those prisoners got sold to El Salvador, and that's where they're at. So no, it's not okay just because he was a gang member. It's not okay just because he's illegal. Every person that walks onto this earth in the United States is due for due process. They have to go through the process. I don't care whether he was a gang member. I don't care any of those things. When you allow someone to circumvent due process or ignore the Supreme Court order that says bring him back, you are working unconstitutionally, and this Trump administration is doing that.
Right.
Okay, so I think that they all working unconstitutionally because all 50 states could never even get it together. How about that? How about there needs to be a law where you could get self-defense in every fucking state? How about we talk about shit that actually fucking matters? Like, I'm just saying that.
Hold on.
You know what else I think?
If you are a killer,
can I rebuttal?
Don't stop free. I don't agree.
Can I rebuttal?
Hold on. So
can I rebuttal?
We can talk about those things, but that's just not the topic at hand yet. So let's just stay on topic for the meantime. And we could talk about those other important things as well, Happy. But right now, we do need to have a conversation about the Constitution. So HQ just said a good point. I think that's what Bomb and AR was pointing towards. So I'm going to let ADS respond to that because I think he just didn't know that what he is preaching is unconstitutional. It's un-American to do what ADS is saying. Go ahead, ADS.
I think that they should deport all these the homies who are defending this bullshit on the same bus. You know what I'm saying? Put them over there. You can get due process in El Salvador. We can do a video conference and give you a court hearing then while you over there. But you don't have to have it over here. So with that being said, let's just keep it real. Is this really over DEI? Are y'all black women up here literally doing all this bullshit to protect some laws that really didn't even benefit y'all? Or y'all just screaming out the top of your lungs because y'all hate Trump? Because that's what it comes down to.
DEI.
Can I respond?
Well, I didn't know he was talking to you.
Oh, okay. Well, you get him.
But you could. I mean, you could go. Go ahead, and I'll go after you.
No, it's not a matter of DEI. I just mentioned that because it's being attacked, and it's a part of the Trump plan to dismantle and discredit black people's history in this country. He, as the ignorant white person that he is, seems to think that DEI is a black thing, like most of you people who don't read about DEI. We understand that DEI is a part of a whole culture of people who got hired through the DEI process. So stop saying we're up here defending DEI. We understand DEI. Why don't you read about DEI, okay? Second, number two.
And I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't, because otherwise you wouldn't have said.
Yeah, I do.
Number
Because I know who it benefited. And it benefited y'all the least. It didn't benefit black men at all.
And that's the whole point. And you're not. That's the whole point. You're not getting it. Just because it doesn't benefit us, it's a part of our Constitution. It's a part of our
It's
nation.
not a part of our Constitution. Y'all add that shit in to benefit y'all. They're leveraging our rights and our laws.
He sounds emotional right now. But I disagree with.
Hold on, ADS. When's the last time you read anything in the Constitution, ADS?
When's the last time you shut the fuck up?
Okay, so you haven't. All
Yeah,
right.
he haven't. No, he don't.
Yeah. What's your favorite? What's your favorite amendment, ADS? What's your favorite amendment?
Let's talk about Amendment 14 S1.3. Due process generally. That's what we're talking about, right? That's what we're talking about, right? The 14th Amendment. Due process. So what's up?
Here we go. So I disagree with
weak ass nigga. I'm gonna run in his mouth again though.
Okay.
He gets on my nerves, these dumb ass weak ass.
Why are you crying though? You sound like you crying.
And come and run that damn house to me.
You sound like you crying.
Like some weak ass niggas.
Okay, well,
hold on, but it was Bomb Cherry's go. Can you yell after, please? Can we hear her first? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So I disagree with HQ what she said to a degree, right? Where she's making it seem like Trump is just appeasing white people. See, Trump is appeasing Vladimir Putin, right? That's who he is appeasing because he's in his pocket. Because what he is doing is clearly not even working for white people, right? The megas, the cult followers are just idiots and they just follow anything that he puts forward. He could put forward anything and they're going to go with it, even though it's ruining them as he does it, right? But I do believe in due process because I'm an American citizen. And for the guy who, what is ADS? Because I'm not trying to attack anyone individually. I'm just saying that I disagree with you because you're not taking into account that some of these people were here to work, right? And when they're here to work and then nobody sends them back and they still here working, and then they go and pick these people up. And then if their children are American citizens, send them back. You don't think something wrong with that? Because the fathers of those children is an American citizen. They could have left them children here with their father. What you saying?
If there is one parent that is an American citizen, those children are American. Let's get that out the way right off the top. Secondly, if you come over here legally, even to work, you over here legally, you breaking the law. Send your ass back.
If you are born here, you're a citizen. Your parents don't have to be, but that's neither here nor there. But what I wanted to say was, right now, you made me forget my point, but I'm going to hurry up.
So one
second, Sharon.
Hold on. Why you think about it?
I already got it.
So again, ADS, what you are missing is that it's supposed to have due process. If we start just sending people back to wherever and we just locking people up and we put them in cages without any due process, that's also going to trickle down to citizens. Do you understand that?
Sharon, you have to talk slower to him. He already said that he doesn't care about what the Constitution says.
There he is
so
again.
when you guys
There
say
he is
something like the
again, running his
Constitution
mouth.
says,
About
you know,
me.
this is, you have to, like, imagine you walk into a room with mentally retarded people. Talk to him like you would talk to them. That's who you say you gotta talk to.
Stop focusing on my dick, nigga. Focus on what we're talking about.
Point, Sharon.
Now,
That's
back
an
to what we
excellent
saying,
point.
Back to what we
Excellent
saying,
point.
though. Back to what we saying, though. He asked me to answer, not you. Stop answering. So, Sharon, with that being said, you can have due process in your country. We can do a video conference for you over there. We can do a video conference for you in a cage. But if they are not American, then their due process is not our due process.
Hold on, HQ. Don't finish it out. Go ahead, ADS.
I can't finish it out. Y'all excited this morning. Y'all too excited.
Okay, good. Can I say my point really quick?
Nobody respond to that. Go ahead, ADS. Finish your point.
Why can't we give them due process over in their country? We can do a video conference. You can do due process in the cage, right? We can actually call you out and let you talk to a judge from the
Well,
cage.
as you said, they don't have due process in them countries. So
their
no,
due
they can't just
process
say.
Isn't our due process. We can always say, okay, there's planes that go into El Salvador to drop you off. We can send a plane back out.
Can I respond?
All right, hold on. All right, so ADS, you just literally said it yourself. They due process is not our due process.
Ask him, why are we in a cage to begin with?
Right.
You are not in the cage. Illegals are, unless you are legal.
Hold on.
ADS, hold on. ADS, you cannot do what you accuse everybody else of doing. Go ahead, HQ.
Why are we in the cage in the first place? That's the point. The point is we shouldn't be in a cage in the first place. We shouldn't be in another person's country in the first place. So when you say, oh, we can have due process in their country, we shouldn't even be in a cage to do due process in someone else's country. That's what we're trying to tell you. They have to do it here first before you turn them over there. See, the problem is we have even regular, ordinary, normal people who are minorities who have a visceral hatred of other minorities. This is our problem. You don't just circumvent the hold on. You don't just circumvent the Constitution because you feel like it, because I feel like they should be over there in their foreign country and they should feel like going back to their country. That's not how that works. They have to go through a process first before you put them in a cage and send them somewhere else. That's what you don't seem to understand. I don't understand why you don't understand that, but that's how it works in our Constitution. Otherwise, what the hell is the point of the Constitution?
The Constitution is over with, though, and y'all should have known that when y'all voted Trump back in office.
Happy, it's my turn to respond.
Hold on.
Now the military can police you.
Happy. I don't know what you're talking about. The Constitution over. The Constitution is not over. But let ADS respond first, and I promise you we're gonna get it back open where it's an open forum again. I just want to have the quick back and forth. Go ahead, ADS.
I want to respond to especially a few points, right? You said the word we. We are not illegal. We are here by birthright. Let's make sure we understand that. So when you say we do not get due process, and they'll say you're really referring to they are not the illegals getting due process. So don't conflate the two, please. Secondly, saying let's keep it real. People stay in jail and go to courts all the time, don't they? They get arrested, locked up, and they're in these prisons, and then they go to due process. So what's the difference between putting people in cages? Ain't no difference. It's the same thing. Not yet.
You want to hold on? I got you. So you want to address a couple of points. Just remember what he's saying, so you can address all of them. Go ahead, ADS. Finish out your next couple of points.
And last but not least, we're inviting people who have hostilities towards us over to our country. If you think racism is bad here, have you ever been to Latin America? Because I've been to San Pablo, and believe it or not, blacks are not welcome in San Pablo. They're not. And over there, they're allowed to harass you. It's okay for them to mess with you and call you the N-word because they created the N-word. See, y'all live in this first world kind of bullshit where y'all believe, this is good, this is great.
Get back to
But in reality, y'all haven't even tasted or exhibited real racism in this country, to be keeping real.
What? Okay.
Oh man,
when they was lynching and hanging black folks.
White man bootlicker, shut up.
Can I respond to that?
Yes, we're gonna let HQ respond, and then
this is my last point.
Open it back up.
Okay. The Trump administration made up charges on that young man. Now, and then they sent him overseas because they sold him to the El Salvadorian people or the prison system. Now, what makes you think if we don't follow due process with that young man, that the Trump administration won't trump up any other charges on an American citizen and then send that American citizen overseas with the same results? We have to stand up for due process in our Constitution, regardless of who is in charge of the presidency. And that's what people don't get. We cannot circumvent due process because we don't like immigrants, because we don't like brown people, because we don't like what we don't like. That's not how that works. And I'm saying, you let him get away with this, he's going to push the boundaries, which was my show yesterday, pushing the boundaries of the Constitution. That's what the Trump administration is doing, and we cannot allow him to do that. And that's all I have to say. Sharon, I got to go back to work.
Have a good one, HQ. And I agree with you 100%.
Let me respond to that.
We will be next, right? If We don't fight back and push back and say, no, you cannot do this. Because you mentioned something about we were born here. Didn't he try to get rid of that too? He tried to make it to where just because you was born here doesn't mean you get to be an American citizen.
Okay, I can respond clean, right?
Yeah, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
So with that being said, ladies, I almost forgot my thought. Give me a second to bring it back up to the top. Let's get some context to that, what that man is, right? He came over here legally, and the only reason he is legal now is because he married an American citizen. He was everything that Trump said he was. He just happened to marry an American citizen. So they kicked his ass out. And I'm with that. Okay, bye. Get your ass up out of here. 2, you talking about people that come to this country illegally that hate us. Y'all allowing people into this country that hate us in the name of some bullshit. And then on 3, the 13th Amendment was intended for us, not for them, not for illegal people who just march over here and leverage our rights that we actually have. So y'all are really gravely mistaken in y'all thought process when it comes to this particular thing. And I think it's really based off y'all hate for Trump and him tearing apart this DEI thing. I really think it's about that.
Yeah, but you're wrong, because you're talking about DEI. You don't even know what DEI actually mean, right? Because it's inclusive to everybody.
It was selective.
You believe in Trump, but you believe in what Trump. You believe in what Trump is saying, so therefore you think it just means black and women and this and that, right? But it actually means everyone, inclusivity.
Well, the inclusively was very selective in the process because it benefited white women more than any of
y'all. That's not.
Secondly, it benefited illegals in this country more than it benefited us. Third, it benefited the rainbow people far more than it benefited us. And last but not least, you fell somewhere on the list. And black men were excluded from your inclusion.
But
so when you go to DI, you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. It was a waste for us. It was disgusting that they had leveraged our rights to use it.
Go get
you
some education. If you want to look, you want to apply for a job, go get you some education, black man. Since because it sounds like you whining about.
Nobody's whining. Y'all up here crying. I'm just up here correcting y'all bullshit.
No,
boy, you lying like hell though. You trying to pitch that Mexico is a more racist place than America.
Latin America is far more racist than America.
Boy, shut up.
Who is this again? KT
to go. When have we ever listened? When in Mexican history have they banned black? Said it's legal to slavery. Put these motherfuckers in slave. When have they ever said it's not illegal, but y'all can still participate in it? When did they say, hey, y'all can legally lynch these motherfuckers over here? Never.
Hold on one second. I got a story for you. Let me dig it up, you dumbass.
Saying it's a place.
This is the problem. You got KT, the bloke nigga, the bloke goat up in here running his fucking mouth this morning with AR-13, nigga, AR-12. And between you two cocksuckers, both of you niggas is weird. But let me dig up this motherfucking data. Give me 1 second.
Okay. All right, you did all that just to say, I don't know. Let me go see some research.
Like that's the typical goofy nigga response. Hold on. That was crazy. What's up, Taliban? Hey, we got the cast that said, shake your ass, little nigga. Good day to you. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. We also got subscribe to the new channel, and I hit the like, and we hit the cash app. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Y'all better not be laughing at they told me they'll shake my ass, little nigga. Y'all better not be laughing at that. Goddamn. Man, that's kind of crazy that y'all think that we should just ignore the Constitution.
Sharon, can you look at the back chat, please? Can you read the back chat? Can you read the back chat out loud, please? Just read it out loud. For this dumbass, weird ass bloke goat on the panel. Or should I read it for him?
I got you. Mexico was a major trading point in the Atlantic slave trade. 2.5% of the population of Afro-Mexicans still exist today in Mexico. In southern Mexico, towns near Belize, where the Afro-Mexican population is larger, there is a general negative attitude towards people of African descent.
You dumbass nigga. You don't know shit. You ever run your mouth and don't know shit. This is the problem.
You the one to put up this little piece of information to try to claim that they are more racist than Americans. But you're wrong because a lot of slaves ended up in Mexico, right?
This
With
is
the
the dumb
slave
shit.
trade,
Now
that's
you want to give
basically
them
what
cover.
your information.
Now you want to help them out. Help them out, please, black women. Save them. Save the Mexican black woman. Save them. Save the illegal black
She
woman.
ain't
Go
gotta
ahead, save
say
them
nothing. I
all.
mean, you just sound goofy. You think
No.
yelling
I
in the light
sound
it makes
right.
it true.
I sound right. Your ass is dumb.
You said because they participated. I said, when have
and
they
they have
been?
negative attitudes. It's
their
right there. You can
actions?
look it up in Wikipedia. It's right there.
You
Google
talking about
available.
slave
Y'all niggas
trade?
don't
Where's the
read.
hangings at?
Y'all
Where's the
don't
legal?
read.
Where's the
So they gotta hang
legalization of
us.
slavery,
So they gotta
brother?
hang us, stab
They
us,
did that
cook
here.
us. They gotta
You
bake
one of them
us.
people act
They
like
gotta go ahead
if
and
two
behead
words
us
say
for
the
you
same
to
thing,
think
it's the
that
same
there is
meaning or something.
racism. There's
You
some
the
weird
one who
shit.
said that they're more
That's some
racist
weird.
in here, dude. You
Yes.
said that.
Yes.
But
All right. Hold on.
More.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back down so we can all get our points out. I don't want us to just scream and yell. So this way people can actually understand our points. Also, for the catch, it says emotions make you yell sometimes.
or if they're wrong, they
I'll
just
go
get
ahead
louder.
and drop off this panel and get back to work. I think y'all been corrected enough.
Why are you running?
No.
Why are you running? This man's scared.
Absolutely.
Sharon, I told
not.
every
You
single
cannot
time.
say-
They do it every time. They talk shit about the Constitution and they
not.
leave.
That is crazy. That was
Have a
insane.
good one.
Thank you, Vatos. We can see you, Vato. Thank you
They
so
ran
much.
away. He did all that insulting about all this stuff and then ran away like.
They ran away. God damn, that's crazy. Also, welcome into the show. Good day, Supreme Goddess. PA.
Good day, y'all. Good day. How y'all doing?
Good day, good day. PhD, what's up?
Hey,
You know,
Abby. Hey, Bomb.
we dealing with this craziness that they want to go against the Constitution and don't think that it's going to affect them once they go against it.
To be
Well,
honest
I
with you,
did.
Sharon,
I did want to point
Hold on,
out
Vatos.
that what
Let
it said.
Diva go. She don't got much time. And then you go right after Diva, Vatos.
So the Trump was actually talking about
ladies first.
What was it, the 13th Amendment? But he was saying it was created for us and that other people shouldn't be able to use it.
Right.
At least that's what I heard him saying. With regard to why ADS left, I was actually coming to back him up on some stuff.
That's why he left
yes.
because he thought you was about to bully him.
But yeah, Latin America is extremely racist. There was slavery throughout Latin America, KT the GOAT. And a lot
never
of other
said it
stuff
wasn't.
too. You said, did they say that they can
No, I said
enslave
you're
people?
trying to convince us Mexico has a more racist history than America.
Right. And then you said, did they say that it was okay to make people slaves or something to that effect? You did bring up slavery.
Yeah, well, I
and yeah,
said
it
where
was
they
throughout it.
legalized slavery but still allowed them to participate in it.
Yes,
And I
they
was really saying to like
legalized
lynching and
slavery and
stuff, where
allowed
they say
people
this
to
is illegal
participate.
but allowed it.
Right, right. And actually, if you know about the institution of slavery in Latin America, it was in many ways harsher than it was here in the United States.
We're not gonna go that far. We don't see mixed race out there, so like they are not racist like that, but they wouldn't
They
accept
are
you bringing
extremely racist,
a
which
black
is why
guy
throughout
home.
Latin America, there is a saying about having a black grandmother in the closet, right? And now what do we keep in the closet? Secrets, shit we don't want other people to know about us, right? So that's how ingrained it is. Throughout Latin America, they all have that saying. We all got a black grandmama in the closet.
Okay, but I'm saying my point was we can't say this is more racist than America. After Mexico was not participating in
Okay,
slavery,
so first off, we're
still were.
saying Latin America. Latin America consists of a lot more than just Mexico. Right.
Okay, even if we want to go to Spain for all that, I'm just saying we were still participating in it, and then afterwards we were still having very overt discrimination against our people. Even when it was quote unquote illegal, they were still allowing things like us to be hung and things of this nature. They're letting people beat charges in court. I'm not saying that hasn't happened in Mexico.
Black people
Nothing's
into
absolute.
vats of hot sugar. Do you know what that's like? To be pushed into a vat of hot sugar and have all of your skin and muscle and sinews
I was
melted
about to
from
say,
your
I'm alive. I
bones?
know, we know that. I don't know what that feels.
Do you know what it looks like?
Yeah, like the acid on somebody, damn near. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And so that's the thing. You talk a lot, KT, but you need to read more, baby. And I think I told you this the last time
So
we
it
had a
doesn't melt your
conversation.
skin, like grab onto the skin and drip it off, damn near. Am I tripping?
It melts off everything. It's gonna take
That's
everything,
what
clean
like
your
acid,
bones.
right?
Yeah.
No, it's not like acid.
Okay, the acid doesn't do that. Am I tripping?
Yeah, you tripping.
Okay.
So
Well,
now,
fuck it.
Latin America got its own issues, which is why we are further ahead in race relations than they are, right? So if we want to go back to Mexico, they just started acknowledging that they even have Black people there and started counting them in the census. And this was maybe around 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And so you've been counted for a long time.
You said what? Would you ask me a question?
Never, nothing, KT, because you wouldn't understand it no way, baby. The point is, they got their stuff over there just like they got it over here. And when ADS was saying y'all letting in a lot of people who don't even like you, he's absolutely correct. He's absolutely correct.
Nope. He is
No.
Ain't no nope.
He was 100% incorrect because we still need our due process because once
I
they
didn't.
start,
I did not address that part about the due process. I just addressed
Let her
his
talk.
statement that y'all let in a bunch of people who don't even like you.
No,
I don't remember him
push back
saying
on
that. I
that.
remember
We
him
didn't
saying
let
that
shit.
Yes,
we
he
were letting
did.
in.
Yes, he did.
He said that we were letting in people
He
that don't even
also
like their
said,
country.
no, he said y'all fighting to let in people who don't even like you.
But I don't know who here has took the stance that we need more immigration. Necessary, whether that's what someone agrees with or not. Nobody has taken the stance more immigration. It's about due process for those that are here on the U.S. soil already,
Okay, I
and deporting
didn't
them
say
without due
anything about
process.
what y'all said. I was
They're taking our
responding to the
jobs.
statement that he made.
right? So, and that's what but nobody agreed on allowing illegals to come in. What we was having a conversation about is that they need due process because that's in the Constitution. Because once we start allowing that slippery slope of if we label you a gang member that you could just avoid due process, it's going to trickle down to us next, and that's what we're having a conversation about.
So I'm pretty sure we can find plenty of examples of Black people who have already been denied due process in one form or the other. And so what I'm pushing back against is the idea that if we don't get out here and fight for these people, they coming for us next. We always on the chopping block. They always doing it to us. So I don't think, I don't think this need to be the watershed moment for Black people, right? We can locate several examples of Black people who've already been denied due process.
Thank you, PhD, because
two
when
things.
Happy said it, they act like Happy didn't know what she was talking about.
You see, ADS came back when you realized you weren't going to bully him. So, dude's a coward. Two, I don't think anybody here would.
ADS, let y'all finish. Hold on. ADS, let y'all finish the statement, and then you be able to address it. Go ahead, ADS.
I don't think anybody here would argue, the treatment of the Black community in this country and the ways that with racist whites, whatever the people in power have used different ways to go against the Constitution or do different things, whatever, try to use the Constitution to justify what they want to do to minorities and especially the Black community. That doesn't make it right to do it to people now. That's
not the point I made, though. My point is that ain't what should be mobilizing Black people to get out there. Mobilize.
I think what mobilize is the Constitution, and currently there is no. I don't know of any situations where a Black person has been deported to another country to serve time in a prison in another country, because that is not allowed. That has been precedent that's not allowed. What's happening right now is, which happens a lot with this guy, is that his little cult following is they put something in the water, they test the water, and then when that's acceptable, they move on. They keep on moving the goalposts. Now it's not just that. Now it's going to be this. So what we saw was, it started with illegal immigrants, and then immediately, not even a day later, he's talking about, and also we're going to do some homegrowns. Who are the homegrowns that he's talking about?
Exactly.
Because we know who he's talking about.
You get your ass up out of here too.
Thank you for proving my point, ADS.
Am I on that circle?
We don't even know who you are. You tell us if you in that circle.
I'd like to point out that I said this maybe couple of years ago now, but out of everybody in America, I've always believed since a child that Mexicans are the most racist in the U.S. of A. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm confused by this because we live with white people
were the most
who enslaved
racist.
us.
What?
Like, why are we saying this as if the white people here, the ancestors? I know y'all argument is, well, no, none of you niggas enslaved. Okay, their grandparents enslaved your probably great grandparents, however you want to look at it. And we're talking about, well, Mexicans are racist. Y'all literally up here talking about how we know black people don't get their due process in court. From who? White people. PhD, but you talking about, well, y'all allowing, no, it's white people allowing more immigrants in. It's not no
Look,
niggas.
all I can say is at least the white people will wait till they go home to talk about you. The Mexicans will do that shit in your fucking face.
Damn.
Wait a minute. So the white people,
I'm just saying
to talk about
what I know.
I just saw a white woman hit a black woman.
Can I respond, please?
And all I said was I said it to you.
He's talking to me. They were
No, nobody's just talking to you.
She just want to yell.
I don't know why you think everybody's talking to you. Everybody's not talking to
you. Go ahead and get y'all straight.
No. Y'all can't do that. Not yelling shit.
Hold on.
Earlier. Let Bomb talk and leave her alone.
They put a timer on, Sharon.
Hold on. I'll step away for 1 second. It was chaos. We cannot hear y'all when we all screaming over each other. Please. We trying to conduct a show and have our points of views heard. That is all. It's okay. Who was talking?
KT.
Okay.
No, KT had finished talking. He was talking to me.
Bomb Chevy is talking, Sharon.
I was not
haven't
talking
had a chance to respond. I haven't had a chance to respond to AR. I haven't had a chance to respond to him.
Okay, you're not going to
You left. You had your chance and you left.
Leaving and come back.
Okay, hold on. So I want to. Okay, so Bomb, you want to respond first? You have a disagreement with what was said, or like I don't know.
Well, I just want to. Yeah, I do want to say something. So yeah, I agree with PhD was saying. I agree with KT was saying, because our conversation was really about the Constitution and things like that. And then this AD guy, whatever, because I want to say his name right. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to disrespect
ADS.
Lord ADS.
Okay, ADS. Nigga, we don't need you to announce yourself.
You said you want to say my name right. Say my name right.
I got you, baby. ADS. Is that good? Okay. So ADS, you the one who started going on a tantrum about all this other things. Nobody is saying that we need all illegals to come into this country, right? We're just saying the Constitution. We do have to take a stance at some point, right? Because we know, like we all saying, we the lowest on the totem pole. What you think? They just gonna leave us alone? Is that what we thinking? If they start sending people away to prison, he's not even just kicking them out the country. He's sending them to prison in other countries. So if they accept black people, and you ain't got nowhere to go, right? Because we born here and everything. Well, you go send your ass there. You ready to go?
All right. So okay. So Vatos, you want to say something?
Yeah.
You good?
I'm thinking you calling everybody else but me on purpose.
All right. So go ahead. I want to make sure that you're free to speak your whole mind. Go ahead, ADS.
Let's start with this. See, racism and basically tribalism are all symptoms of territorialism, right? That's someone saying we have something, you can't have it, or we gonna take it. So for people to come to this country illegally and then practice territorialism like this is theirs is already a fallacy to me from the jump. I mean, from the jump, because you don't even belong here practicing territorialism, right? Secondly, if you say that they're going to deport us next, let's get some of these degenerates the hell up out of here too. Let's get some of these niggas the hell up out of here, because obviously they don't appreciate this country enough to even act within the guidelines of the law.
They don't appreciate the country enough, says the guy that says, who cares about what the Constitution says? Let's just be clear who is talking right now.
Asshole retention.
Like, this is what, like,
the fuck up.
Come on. Like, what are you doing?
Hold on.
What is there to respect about this guy? He ran because he thought PhD was going to bully him. He came back when he realized she wasn't.
I got a job. You don't have a job. You can stay up here all day. I got a job.
ADS. ADS AL, but we still want to have a conversation so we can actually hear both points of view. It's okay that y'all on opposite points of view. Let's try to keep it to the points of view and not attack each other as much as y'all can. Please, y'all are both grown men. We can talk about the point.
I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just making observations, sir.
Hold on. ADS, finish your point. AR want to address the Constitution part. Go ahead, ADS, finish up. Go.
If people, especially folks that are degenerates and behaving in such a way, right, where they're coming in, even if you're born here and you're breaking the laws, you're down here selling drugs to our people, you're poisoning our people, you're out here in the streets murdering folks over petty bullshit, you know what I'm saying, in mass numbers, you know what I'm saying, you over here, you know what I'm saying, disobeying the laws because you could just disobey them to a certain extent, then I can send your ass over there too, and we can give you your due process over there with them. These laws were fought and earned by other Americans to establish this country. The Constitution was written by Americans who fought for this particular country in the first American Revolution, in the Civil War. We're not even talking about World War I, World War II, Vietnam, you know what I'm saying? The Afghan War. We're not even talking about the wars that we've been in, we fought, right? To establish the laws and the Constitution and the rules of this country. For y'all just to somehow or another willy-nilly want to go in here and say, oh, we got to protect them too. Y'all don't understand because y'all not protecting us. Y'all protecting everybody else but us. And I'll let you have it back.
Okay, go ahead, AR.
Can I say something after AR, please?
Sure.
That was. You said I'm attacking them. I'm just making observations. Okay. I can't help it if the observations happen to be true. And if he takes them personal, if the shoe fits, the shoe fits.
Let him go, please.
If the shoe fits, the shoe fits. All I know is that he was on here yapping. PhD Diva said morning or hi or something in the chat. And then he's immediately like, all right, I gotta go. I told y'all off enough. She comes on and is like, actually, I don't know why AD left because I was actually gonna support him a little bit. And guess who comes back on? Just coincidentally. To me, that says something. I'm just making observations, sir. That's all I'm making. You don't have to get upset about it. So,
okay.
Now earlier,
please.
Earlier we asked him.
Are you pro-black or pro-American?
Hold on. Okay.
I'm pro-American.
The next one that is y'all not involved in the conversation right now. Let AR make his point, please. Go ahead, AR.
It's gonna be short. Earlier you asked him if the Constitution says something, and what you want to do is against the Constitution. Should you do it? He said yes. Now we hear this dude on here talking about, our forefathers fought for the Constitution. We need to uphold the Constitution. What is happening right now? Am I hearing wrong? Or is that not what happened? That's, to me, I'm not going to say what it is, but we know what it is. And you can't trust people like that. You're telling me to respect someone that doesn't even respect themselves. You don't even know what he's saying. He sounds like Trump. And that is why he supports Trump. He sees himself in Trump. A delusional person that doesn't know a lick about the Constitution will just cite stuff. Oh, well, who cares if it's against the Constitution? Oh, well, actually, we need to uphold the Constitution. Uphold the Constitution or not uphold the Constitution? Which side are you going to take? You can't just uphold the Constitution because you think it says what you want it to say. You have to uphold it even if it doesn't say what you want it to say.
Woo. Okay, go ahead, KT. I know you want to jump in.
Wait. See, this is what I don't like about your pastor, Ron. You're allowed to say all this shit about me, but not respond because you don't want me to cook his ass.
Okay, I don't need your help.
Where your damn mouth?
Hold on.
Shut up.
No. Happy, I don't need your help. Please.
Okay, well, why didn't you drop him?
Because I'm right.
ADS.
And your ass is dumb.
ADS.
The super chat didn't come in.
Hold on. What I'm saying is let KT say what he gotta say. This way you can address both of them. So this way you don't gotta feel like you are attacked.
I got me
having a conversation. So it's okay. You be able to address him. Go ahead, KT.
Yeah, I would just like to say those forefathers you bringing up, they also said that we're not even humans. You know what I'm saying? They said we're animals basically. So when you saying things like we should protect things because we're the Americans, like, it's just crazy to me because you do understand Americans are not even the natives of this land. We're not the indigenous people. We came and took it. We're the natural immigrants. And this country was built on immigration. It's just kind of crazy to now say, well, we've been here for a minute, so nobody else can immigrate.
It was not built on immigration. We did not immigrate here. So that's like a ridiculous statement that really reduces Black Americans' experience and contributions in this country. We were not immigrants.
Yeah, I'm talking about white people, America, because we're not American. Let's be real. We're not. We are
Oh,
Americans,
you
but we're
might
not the
not be,
founders of
but I
America,
am.
right?
As a matter of fact, I'm the most American.
That's
Can't
why a
nobody
real
be more
American is the
American
white
than me.
person.
Yeah, and none of us was with all of us, the black people, the white people. None of us were actual natives of this land. We all came here and took this land. We're
Actually,
all immigrants.
no. What do you know what it means to be indigenous?
Please inform me. Maybe I'm wrong. What doesn't
No,
it mean
no.
native to that land?
What does indigenous mean?
The original people.
We don't know who the original people were, right? Because there were lots
Indians.
of
I'm not gonna say they were called
hold
Indians,
on.
but
No. Because there were a lot of when we say the original people, that mean the people that was there first. There were too many migrations and wars and conquerings that happened before anybody was documenting anything to be able to verify who was the original inhabitants. Indigenous means that you were there before the place was conquered and or colonized. And
That means I'm a real American then.
Black people are indigenous as well, right? There were Black people here before the Europeans. If you read the Europeans' writings on what they saw when they came here, they specifically talked about seeing Black people.
Right.
And even recently, the government of Mexico put out a proclamation where they acknowledged that Black people were here, right? And so that whole is this country built on immigration is a crock of bull. It do not equate me and my ancestors' experience and the work that they did with some people who came here trying to come up, because that's
no
not what
offense.
it
Were your
was.
people not slaves? Like, didn't your people start over here? Like most, I'm not saying it's not exceptions to the rule, but let's be very honest. Most Black Americans, African Americans of African descent, they know that because they brought us here in slave ships. I'm not saying that there weren't.
Actually, no, that's the thing. Very few of the people who were transported in the transatlantic slave trade came to the United States. And see, this is the thing. We need a better education system, right? Only about 5 to 8% of I think they said it was 2 million people came to what is now the United States. And unlike in most other places where the institution of slavery was being practiced, where they would import people from Africa, work them real hard for about 20 years, and then they died off, and so they kept importing them. That's not what was going on in the United States. The United States prioritized breeding of enslaved people, right? And so importing new people wasn't the primary thing that was going on in America, right? And that's why
Oh, from where? South
enslaved
America?
people.
From where?
Okay, hold
So
on one
do we
second.
ignore that
Hold
that
on,
we can
hold
Hold
on,
prove
hold
15
on.
million
Hold
Africans came
on.
from the slave
Hold
trade to
hold
America?
on.
on, hold on,
No,
hold on,
you cannot prove
hold
that.
on,
You
hold
cannot
on.
prove that.
I got you. Hold on. Brandon, this is my first time seeing you. Welcome to the show. Hello?
What's going on, Bracy?
How you doing? It's your first time here?
No, this is a Rahul tip.
Not him playing games.
No, I'm on a campaign. Y'all just excuse me. When I
Did
say
you
I'm
take
on
your
a
teeth out?
campaign, no, that's a Kunta Chaos.
That sound like hotel.
That is, but I'm using old Tether's meme as my meme because I'm on a campaign against that coon.
Okay, Brandon Tether. Okay, got you. All right. So go ahead, Diva, finish your thought, and we're bringing it back in. So let's continue that conversation. PH Diva, KT,
I gotta drop
ADS, you will
Sharon. Once again,
absolutely
I
get a
have a meeting.
chance.
No.
ADS, you will
You
absolutely get a
allow them to
chance.
eat
You will
my time. I
absolutely.
remember that you
ADS,
allowed them to
You
eat
ain't
my
getting no
time,
time.
nigga.
You ain't
Yeah,
got
you
no
ate my
time.
hold on,
time,
y'all,
nigga, with
please,
this
please,
bullshit.
Hold on. It's not BS.
All right. Have a
Everybody
good
wants that.
day, Sharon and
ADS.
panel.
ADS.
Is he trans?
I don't know what the.
Because he be acting like. Never mind. Respectfully.
I don't know what that was. I'm
confused
confused about that. I don't know.
So where were they shipping the slaves from? Because we know that,
Get back to this.
All right, so
Oh,
go
the
ahead,
Mexicans
finish
no. We
saying what
want the
you're saying.
Mexican to go ahead and enlighten us on slavery in America.
Right, go ahead.
No, I'm asking you.
Right. Do you have a statement, Vato?
No.
Okay. All right, so go ahead, Pierce Diva, finish the conversation. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know either. So yeah, the point was, no, it wasn't built by no damn built on immigration. Cut it out.
Okay, KT, you want to respond?
Yeah, I would like to say, and this is on my other phone. I'm gonna try to text this to my phone and see if I can put it in the back check. But it says, in 200 years, 1526 to 1867, they can prove over 12.5 million African Americans were brought to America. The lowest possible rating they have is 10.7.
Mm-hmm. And so, look at the dates you said from 1526, right?
Mm-hmm.
To 18, what now?
67.
1867.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they say in America, they mean the continents. So North America, Central America, South America, right? And we know this, we can deduce this because slavery, the slave trade in the United States of America didn't start until 1619. Right? So those people that they were importing in 1526, they wasn't coming here.
So you
Right.
think
And then
that
the other thing is,
we
hold on. The practice of importing enslaved people to the United States became illegal in the early 1800s. You said that they were importing people until 1867.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So again, we know that they're not talking about the United States of America by itself. They're talking about America, the Americas.
Okay. We can also look up and see how many how active your participation was in the slave trade. I believe even like we were saying earlier with I think it was what's his name? Yeah, he's gone now. But that guy had put in the back chat about the 2.5%, Mexican culture and shit. That I think that'd be a good indicator, right, of how
Wait, what was it?
much
Because
of
you
the
kind of
trade you
glossed over it.
participate.
What did he put in the back chat?
He put in the